Does the Department of Energy hate plumbers or homeowners more? You wouldn't think either, but with one of the latest rulings they have released, you have to ask yourself, do they even know what they're supposed to be doing? Now, this video is sponsored by Rinnai. We teamed up with Rinnai because, and they're the most popular, the best tankless water heater in the United States. And what they do for communities, standing up for stuff like this, to me, is phenomenal. Let's talk about standards that make sense. I think we all agree that energy standards are needed, but what they are proposing is unreasonable, counterproductive, and it's really not good for plumbers or homeowners. Listen to everything this will do, and then stay till the end, and I will tell you what the DOE is supposed to do, and you tell me if you think this is happening here. So why was the Department of Energy created? Well, President Carter, remember Mr. Peanut Man, created the Department of Energy with the goal of promoting energy conservation and developing alternative sources of energy. He wanted to not be dependent on foreign oil and reduce the use of fossil fuels. On July 21st, the Department of Energy released a new ruling requiring that tankless water heaters have above a 91% efficiency rating and only required traditional tanks to raise its standard from 65 to 70%. Now, currently, this is only a draft ruling, which means there is still time to contact your representative, and I'm going to tell you why you should. Now, a traditional tank-style water heater in your home or business holds water in a tank and uses usually natural gas, it could be electricity, in order to heat up the water for you to use throughout your home. These tend to lose heat over time and take extra long to heat up, which is why they are currently only around 65% efficient. A tankless heats the water as soon as it's needed in your home, allowing it to be more efficient, currently around 80% for non-condensing tankless units. A tankless water heater now is about the same price because over the last few years, tank prices have gone up drastically and tankless have not. Now, a third option is a condensing tankless water heater. Now, they are very efficient, but the unit itself is usually more expensive and a little more expensive to install. So why is this ruling raising standards for tankless water heaters from an already strong 80% up to 91%, which is technologically unattainable for non-condensing tankless water heaters, and only raising tank-top water heaters from a dismal 65% up to what would already be considered underperforming 70%. Is that really helping anything? At that point, when you spend $1 to heat your water, if you have a tankless water heater, you're getting 80% of that in hot water. For every dollar you spend, you're getting 80 cents worth of good hot water. If you have a tank water heater, you're getting 65%. Now, I'm just a plumber, but even I can do that math in my head. Carry the 5, 4, there's a 0, that's a 0, so that's like a 10. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. If you're gonna raise the efficiency, let's do it across the board. Bring tanks up to where the non-condensing tankless water heaters are. That's just the first thing that I saw looking at this. Why are we bringing an already efficient tankless water heater from 80 to 91%? We're asking them to come up 11% more efficiency, unattainable for non-condensing tankless water heaters. And we're taking a horrible 65% efficiency on a tank up to 70. That is the first thing that just jumped out to me. Now let's talk about how this affects plumbers, how this affects the homeowners, and how this affects the environment. So plumbers, remember the last time the efficiency level was raised? Tanks got 2 inches bigger. Plumbers had to figure out how to get 10 pounds of potatoes into a 5-pound bag. Now, right now, it's easy to sell a non-condensing tankless water heater because it's a pretty simple swap out. I know, if you have the right size gas line there, but if not, you upsize it or you change regulators, whatever you've got to do. So what's happening here is the government is limiting your ability to sell and impact your bottom line because many trained plumbers Well, we make more money selling tankless water heaters, not because we make a lot more profit off of them, but because tankless water heaters take more labor. You're taking out a tank, you're exchanging it with a tankless, and there is more labor there. Most plumbing companies make more money off labor than we do off material markup. Most consumers want a greener solution. They want a sustainable footprint. They want to do things the right way. Well, the government is eliminating this now by taking a non-condensing from 80 to 91, which, like I said, it's unattainable, but we used to be able to offer that. Now we're not going to be able to, so people are going to be stuck with tanks even longer. And specifically here in Texas, our market, many water heaters are installed in attics, and the government taking the tankless option away, pushing them back to tanks, means lugging larger tanks into the attic versus the compact tankless heaters that we've been swapping those out with. Now, how does this affect consumers? Based on product cost of a traditional tank and non-condensing tankless water heater, they're about the same now. Guys, over the last few years, tank water heaters have increased drastically, sometimes every month, every other month. I used to get emails constantly saying, oh, by the way, we're telling you, your water heaters are going up again. This did not happen with tankless. So now tank type water heaters have actually come up to where they're about the same price as a non-condensing. But they are so close that, again, it's a great opportunity because as plumbers, we've had to raise our prices. So to be able to do this or not do this is really going to hurt our bottom line. And it's going to hurt the consumer because now they don't have a more efficient option. And to move to a condensing unit, production costs can be more than double than that of a traditional tank. So given the increased cost, most low to middle income families will stay with the less efficient tank type water heater. And as a non-condensing tankless water heater lasts up to twice as long as a tank, the consumer will need to replace their tank twice in the same time period than what they would have to do if they had a non-condensing tankless unit, therefore making the product cost significantly more for a traditional tank. Giving them a non-condensing option often gets them into a higher efficiency water heater where they're actually saving money each and every year over a tank type water heater. Tankless water heaters can be repaired to extend their lifespan even further, meaning you can replace the heat exchanger, where tank failures, if it's the tank that fails, that will always result in replacement. And last but not least, it prevents the consumer from getting the many benefits offered by tankless. You'll never run out of hot water, space savings, product lifespan, and the option to install it outdoors if you so choose to. Now, how does this affect the environment? Well, due to the increased cost of switching to condensing water heaters, many middle-income families will stay with less efficient tank-type water heaters, which will result in increased CO2 emissions, thereby hurting the environment. And landfill impact? Due to the tanks being twice the size and needing to be replaced twice as often, this will have a significant impact on increasing waste in landfills. So the Department of Energy is actually responsible for advancing the energy, environmental, and nuclear security of the United States, promoting scientific and technological innovation in support of that mission, plus a lot of other stuff for nuclear security. So you tell me down below, do you think with everything I've just talked about, that's what the Department of Energy is doing? I think they're making it cost prohibitive for homeowners to actually get a better water heating system at an affordable price. And I think they're making it harder on plumbers, affecting their bottom line on allowing them to sell a product that we know works and works very well. If you agree with this, click on the link below and let your voice be heard. You need to let your senators and representatives know what you think about this DOE ruling. And all you've got to do is click on the link and get the message sent to them. Now, this video is sponsored by Renai. And when they reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in doing this, I said, absolutely. To me, it makes no sense. Let's compare efficiency. 65% versus 80, and we're making the 80 go up to 90 and the 65 just go up to 70. Something about this doesn't sound right to me. So thank you, Renai, for giving me the opportunity to do this.